Hi everyone, welcome back to episode 9 of Mickey Midge Crochet Chatter. I am Mickey Midge on YouTube, Instagram and Ravelry, and my name is Michelle. This is going to be a quick episode. I haven't yet sorted out the microphone, so I hope you can hear me okay. I'm just going to talk a bit louder. And it hasn't been a full week since the last one because it came over New Year last time, but I want to get back into the routine of recording before work on a Friday. So here I am. Hopefully I'll have enough to say and I won't bore you too much. We shall start with finished objects because I only have one, and that is my finished Advent shawl. You remember from previous weeks I am working on a shawl from the Island Shawls book by Kindred Creations, using my advent calendar from Lisa at For the Love of Yarn. I previously showed you that I made the Lismore, and then I was working on the Iona, and this is the Iona, and I've finished my Iona using the remainder of the advent yarn. I haven't blocked it yet and I haven't sewn in my ends, but other than that it's all done. And here it is. So here's the middle. Once it's blocked, these stitches will really open out quite nicely, and it should be nice and big and beautiful. Okay, I amended the border ever so slightly just to make it a bit thicker because I had some more yarn left. I didn't have enough to do another set of 2, so I did a row of double crochet or single crochet if you're in the US or using US terms, and before doing the little border bubbles, just so I had a little bit more green. Otherwise I was going to end up with loads of green left and there wouldn't be enough on the shawl. But other than that, I have very little left from my advent calendar. This is it. So I'm going to start collecting all those little bits and come up with a sort of scrap project, I think. But here's my Iona, and she is beautiful. Not normally my colours by choice, but actually they are very nice and I do like them. My husband really likes this one colour wise, so he's obviously a bit fed up with me choosing pinks and purples all the time as well. There she is. So that's my only finished object this week, and even that hasn't been blocked, so is it properly finished yet? Put that down there for now. Works in progress. I have made no progress on my Spicier Life. So, if you haven't seen my Lismore, that's my Lismore right there. But I can't reach it. It does look closer than it is. It's quite, anyway, I have made no progress on my Spicier Life, but I have made quite a bit of progress on my homebody sweater. I have, because it's very simple. I don't think there's a lot of going on in the neck. It's just 2 panels that you sew together and then put sleeves on. I have done the first panel. It is made up almost entirely or entirely of half trebles or half doubles if you're in the US. There's panel 1, so it's going to be quite big, but this is the top, so it just goes across. It's meant to be quite a loose, sloppy sort of jumper, which is what I want. And then the ribbing at the bottom is made up by doing half trebles or half doubles in the back loop every other row. So that's panel 1. And panel 2, I've got about 4 rows left. I haven't been able to match the colours exactly. I'm using cake yarn from Lolly's Little Wool Shack, and the colours aren't exact on all of them. But it doesn't bother me. I'll just choose, I don't know, I was going to choose this as my front panel because it's got a little bit more going on, but I might choose it as the back panel for that reason. We'll see, they're exactly the same, there's no difference. So it'll be when I sew it together, or when I put them on, I don't know, I might be able to use it reversible. But I've nearly done that one, and then be putting the sleeves on. It's really soft yarn, really soft, and it's a Vogue cake, which we believe is repackaged mandala yarn, and it's wonderful. I love it. It's really nice. I've got quite a few of those, and that's only been 2 cakes so far. So I should have at least another 4 cakes. So I was tempted to make a Hotel of Bees shawl with it. I know the Hotel of Bees use 3 different colours, and it's how you graduate the colours that makes the pattern. I was thinking I might be quite lazy and just make it all in one, just use a cake. And that yellow kind of just makes me think of the Hotel of Bees. So I'm going to give it a go at some point. I'm a little bit obsessed with shawls at the moment. After doing my advent shawls, I'm suddenly like, I want to make all the shawls. I keep seeing all these shawls online, and I just want to make all of them, every single one. I said last time that I'm going to work my way through this and make one of everything, and I will do. I'm also starting, so we'll go on to future projects now. I'm also about to start my Honey Blossoms shawl crochet along, courtesy of Yarn Journey Podcast, or Yarn Journey Crochet Podcast, excuse me, hiccups. I'm going to be making that using this, which is an Aphora 4-ply, 50% cotton, 50% acrylic, in the colour Mondrian, and if that's how you pronounce it. I like that a lot, these colours. They're going to bring me joy, and I think in January you need colours that bring you joy. And I'm going to start another shawl crochet along. Where have I put it? Okay, left, right, left, right, left, right, there it is. I'm going to start this, the Crisscross by Faye Dashba Hughes Designs, otherwise known as Crochet Circle Podcast. I'm going to be making that. I don't have the 4-ply for it. I do have some 4-ply, but that is earmarked for my skull filet sweater, which I'm going to be doing soon. But I have ordered some in like a dark teal colour, kind of like the outer colour on here. Or if that doesn't come soon, it should do, because it's from Ice Yarns and they come quite quickly. I have in my stash, let's just put it down a bit, some of these. Now these have been in my stash since pre-children, and my oldest is going to be 8 in a month's time. I've got quite a lot of this. It is Odessa DK. It's quite a fine DK though, I think. It's very fuzzy. Can you see that halo on there? Look, if I put it against my black top, there you go. Because it is 65% mohair. I've never bought mohair before. 31% acrylic, 4% polyester metal. I'm guessing that's the sparkle part. I might try it in that, because I have about 8 of these. So that's 400 grams of these. And I have about 400 grams of these. And you only need 187 grams of 4-ply. So I'm guessing I could probably make it out with some of that. And I'm also then living up to some of my New Year's resolutions. to have at least one project on the go, being from stash yarn. So that's another shawl, so I'll be having 2 shawls on the go, and then once I've done one of those, then I'll move on to another one from here, I think. Yeah, I am a little bit obsessed with shawls at the moment. Just all the shawls, bring me shawls. I keep seeing them, I want them, I'm adding all the patterns to my queue, I just want to make them all. Okay, other future projects. I am going to make a rainbow blanket by Lottie and Albert. I've shown you the yarn before, but the other day I was feeling a little bit low, and the kids had just gone back to school. My little girl's back at the childminder. It was my lunch break from work. I was a bit fed up. I didn't want to do any housework. So I just sat there and I balled them all up, because I looked and only half of the 6 balls that I was going to use would centre pull, and the other 3 wouldn't. So I thought I'll ball it all up in one, and then it will save me dealing with any kind of knots later. So look at this baby. It's as big as my head. And I have a big head, folks. Look at that. I think this is amazing. If this does not bring you joy, a huge ball of yarn like this, are you even a yarny person? I love it. I mean, it is only Mariner Yarns acrylic DK, but I mean, look at it. I almost don't want to work with it. I just want to look at this and just go, isn't it amazing? But I'm going to be making a rainbow blanket. I've got my 20mm hook. I like to make my blankets a bit bigger than the most lap blankets tend to be. So I might buy another 6. Only, so £1.50 a ball or something. It's quite economical. So I might buy another 6 and make a giant one. But we'll see how I go, because I've never worked with 6 strands and a big hook like this before. It might drive me mad, or I might find it joyful. We'll see. And last but not least, well, no, not quite. I've shown this quite a few times. My son is nagging at me now. He really wants his jumper made out of these. So that's a future project to do this week. So some of my future projects I showed last week might have to wait a couple of weeks. But he wants this. And right at the beginning of the podcast that I was doing before, not this podcast, no, I'm mumbling, sorry. I made a baby hat, and I made it out of one of these cakes from Ice Yarns. It was a gift for a friend who just had a baby. We gifted it to her over Christmas, and she kind of joked that she was only sad that it didn't fit her. So I just went, oh, go on then, if you wait till after Christmas, I'll make you one to match, so you can have matching hats. That's the sort of thing that amuses me, matching hats for your children anyway. So I am going to, because I've still got one and a bit of these left, so I figured, yeah, I'll make her one. This is going to be my train project, because I am going into the office on Monday, and my husband's had to put the day off work because I have to get on a train at 5 AM, which means I'm getting up at 4. So he's going to be around for the kids. I'm dreading that, to be fair, but it was the difference between £12 ticket or a £47 ticket. That's a bit of a difference, and that's just one way, and then I've got to get home again. So that's £70 saving, guys, both ways. That's a lot of yarn. So I'm going to get up really early. It'll give me something to do on the train so I don't fall asleep. Hopefully. And the last one I'm going to do tonight, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I don't know why. I never thought I would be. But I bought some of this undyed 4-ply. It's a little bit scratchy. 75% wool, 25% acrylic. But it's quite scratchy wool. So I'm not normally sensitive, but I probably wouldn't wear it around my neck. I don't know. But it's just to try it. Does it soften once you've dyed it? I don't know. But I got some of these. I had to have a go. I just have to. I got these on Etsy, and she asked if I had any specific colours in mind or if I wanted to be surprised, and I said, well, I tend to be drawn to these colours, but whatever you've got, it's just to try it out. But she sent me the colours that I said I was drawn to. So I've got blue raspberry, pink lemonade, grape and watermelon. I'm going to have a go at yarn dyeing. For a giggle, I'm going to do it today. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be good fun. I'm going to split it into 2, I think. So 2 50 grams. And I'm going to do one by painting it on, and the next one by, I've been watching some YouTube videos on it, and I saw someone try either sprinkling or dabbing spots on. I might try it that way as well, to try and make some sort of dotty, spotty yarn, speckled. I just think it's going to be a little bit of a fun thing to do. I'm hopefully going to do it tonight, so hopefully you'll see next week. But I do have a kid's birthday party to go to that I've forgotten about. Or take my son to, obviously. Kids aren't in the habit of inviting me to their birthday parties. And that's it for future projects at the moment, other than the ones I showed you last week, which I still haven't started. I've been really concentrating on getting some of these done. I feel like I often have in my head, I'm going to make this, I'm going to make this, I'm going to make this. I want to make all the things, like the shawls. I want to make all the shawls. I'm going to start them all. And then I get overwhelmed and I don't want to do any of them. So I'm going to try and rein it in a bit. Calm down. Plenty of time. Yeah, there's never enough time. Just calm down and enjoy it, because it's meant to be fun. It's not meant to be stressful. It's not meant to be, oh, I haven't made this in time. I just want to relax a bit, hopefully. But I do want to make all the things, but I can't make all the things at once. I have a full-time job. I have 3 children that come first, obviously. Crochet is my relaxation time, so I do try to do some every day, because I'm trying to set time aside for me. If I start saying, I must make this by next week, then I'm putting pressure on myself, and then it's not relaxing anymore. So as long as I make some progress on stuff, I should be happy. Yeah. So, purchases or acquisitions, other than what I've shown you already, but they weren't purchased this week, they were, except the Kool-Aid. Actually, that was just before Christmas, but it didn't turn up till this week. Only have 2. I have, sorry, outshot. I have some on order, as I mentioned before, from Ice Yarns. I couldn't resist these though. Boxing Day, Felt Fusion, which is a local dyer to me. They released a 20% off code for in stock yarn, and I have been eyeing up this particular colourway for weeks. Ever since she put it on her Instagram, I have been going, I want that one, I want that one. But I just made an order for the ones I showed before, so I couldn't. In fact, I think it went up just before then, but I wanted the other one. I had a project in mind for the other one, which I still haven't made, and I didn't have a project in mind for this, and I still don't have a project in mind for it. But this colourway is called Dead Men Tell No Tales, and it's BFL and nylon sock weight. And look at the colours. So there's the label. But look at the colours. I love these colours. This kind of minty, turquoisey blue with specks of gold and red, like rusty red and browns. I love it. I absolutely love it. So when it was 20% off, I could not resist. So that's the first one. I bought 2 from her. This one, I'm just a little bit obsessed with unicorns and bright, vibrant unicorn colours. And this is merino and nylon sock yarn, and the colourway is called Unicorn. And look at that, isn't that beautiful? So bright, so rainbowy. I'm in love with this. Excuse me. So those are my only purchases this week. Hopefully I'll have the other ones from Ice Yarn to show you by next time. Excuse me. 1 second. Right, sorry about that. I'm about to go and choke. So I'm going to go get myself a drink of water. Look at my eyes, I've got all watery. You didn't need to hear that coughing. I'm going to say goodbye. I hope you've all had a lovely new year, and you've all got your plans for the coming year, or even just for this week. What have you got planned? Let me know. I'm going to say goodbye now. It's been shorter than usual. That might be a good thing for you guys though. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit chaotic today. I've got to sort myself out this weekend. We haven't got the Christmas decorations down yet, and it's meant to be down by tomorrow, 6th, isn't it? 12th night. So we're going to be doing that tonight. I've got this birthday party to go to, and I've got to get up at 4 in the morning on Sunday / Monday. So yeah, gonna get the Christmas decorations down. I'm going to go and catch up on some videos and get myself a drink. And I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'm also going to do that. I'm actually quite hungry, and I've got to start work. So I'm going to say goodbye. I know I said that, and then I kept on talking. The only other thing I didn't mention that I was supposed to mention was the Little Hearts for Grace charity crochet along, making the hearts. I haven't made any more yet, but this week I want to get them posted off by next weekend. Check that out on Lottie and Albert on their blog, and she mentions it on her podcast as well. It's for a great cause, and they're lovely little heart patterns that you can make. I've made 2 out of the 7, so I'm going to make the other 5 soon. I did start one, but then I realised I didn't have enough yarn to finish. It's a little heart bobble. I didn't have enough of that yarn to finish it, so I'm going to rip that out and start giving it a different colour and use that for something else. So I'm probably going to use these actually. Look, these are from my stash. How small are they? They're so cute. They're so cute. Almost don't want to use them, but anyway, I will see you next week. Sorry this one's been a bit of a mess. I think I'll probably say that every week. I'm getting there. Have a lovely week, guys. Genuinely hope you have a lovely week. Please do comment, like, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing, but it is lovely to see my subscribers growing. It's just nice to know that people are interested in what I have to say. Yeah, I will see you next week. Have a lovely one, guys. Bye.